Welcome back behind the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it today because we are joined by the one, the only Miss Sarah Fraser.
David,
That was a bad intro because my mic is having issues. So let me just move this. I love you.
You are amazing. I'm glad that we could do this because you are like hours away from moving to the Hamptons for the next 5 months, taking up residency, darling.
6 months, honey.
6 months in the Hamptons. Look, they say you don't make money in podcasting, you do when you're David Yontef. All right. I mean, look.
Listen, the lights have to be kept on somehow, baby, and we have things to do. But you know what? I'm going to be in the city still on certain days. And, behind the velvet rope is not going to miss a beat, no matter where we are coming from. We'll be out in LA a little bit. We'll see you. There's things happening.
I have still not been to Craig's, which for people who don't know, Craig's is like the it spot that you go have lunch in Hollywood. Justin Bieber goes there, Hailey Bieber goes there. I mean, everyone goes there. And I am waiting for David to come to have lunch at Craig's.
Put that on your schedule. Now, listen, there's a lot going on with Bravo. Oh, can I just say one thing before we get to Bravo? And we don't even have to talk about this because nobody cares about anything that comes out of my mouth that's not Bravo related.
Right.
If anyone, the whole new season 2 of Bling Empire dropped yesterday, which by the time you listen to this will probably be 5 days later. Selling Sunset and Bling Empire on Netflix, each individually are better than anything that has ever been on the Bravo TV in the history of the world. I think they're two of the best. Bling Empire is just beyond phenomenal.
It's that good?
I think it's beyond.
Okay, wait. What about Bling? What about Bling Empire is really good?
Well, and I have some people coming up from it, one of the person whose ideas it was is on the show, Kelly Me Lee. She's actually suing the executive producer to say that he stole her idea. She's actually a cast member, but it literally is. She said she went to see Crazy Rich Asians. And she's like, this is me and my friend group. She's actually not, they say she's only worth $5 million based on my deep dive. But Anna Shea is worth 600. This puts these Beverly Hills girls to shame, 600 million. There's Sherry Chan, who's worth, there's people like this Jamie C. Her father's a billionaire. People are, Dorothy Wang from Rich Kids of Beverly Hills on E! is on it now. There's tons of money. It's it literally is the reality version of Crazy Rich Asians. But these personalities, Anna Shea is the best reality person that's ever existed. It's like Selling Sunset. It feels like that with the music and the way it's edited. It's just so high brow. It's so, and the money, and you escape. Love it. So Selling Sunset and Bling Empire, for anyone that thinks the world stops with Bravo, just guys, open your eyes. There's a lot going on out there.
Okay. Well, I
just thought I'd put that out there.
No, thank you, because I don't watch Bling Empire. And I have watched Selling Sunset, but I haven't watched the latest season.
And don't watch season 2 of Bling Empire. If you're going to watch it, watch season 1, get to learn it. It's 8 episodes and 8 episodes. You could do that quick.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to have to get him on board because I am all, I also a lot of my time is spent watching TLC, right? A lot of people from the TLC network come on my show. So I'm 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days. So I have all those shows. So I need to get on board. And then of course the Housewives are Bravo stuff. So that's all I have room for. But
Bravo is what you talk about, me keeping the lights on and going to live my life in Sag Harbor. Bravo is what pays for my Sag Harbor summer. So speaking of let's just start with the obvious. Beverly Hills is back.
Oh, wait. David, I was hoping that you would bring this up first because I have so many thoughts on episode 1. It is I'm obsessed with the show.
Listen, I think it's going to be another great season. I do my recaps. Everyone wanted me to keep Kim D after New Jersey every week from now until the end of the show. Kim D and I are doing Patreon Saturdays. Now, if you don't, at first people are but I don't understand. Kim's from New Jersey. No, because Kim is like meeting these people for the first time. So we
Yeah.
like our last Patreon episode, she's like, I have to say something. I don't like this Sutton person. Like, so it's really funny because Kim just doesn't give a fuck and she says whatever comes to her mind. And I'm like, well, Kim, she's actually somebody that Kim's has very unpopular opinions. She loves Rinna and Erika. And I'm like, Kim, like, I understand, like, but you got to catch up to like current day things are going on. I mean, you can like whoever you want. I just try to explain to her most people are in the Rinna or EJ camp these days, but I'm all for different opinions. So what did you think?
Obsessed, the greatest franchise of all time. The fact that Sutton, right, this sweet Southern belle who you think is going to be just a pushover, has come in and taking on Erika head on, doesn't give a rip about any of the, I mean, she is the most unsuspecting housewife ever. You know, I could live without Crystal. I mean, I hope Crystal brings it. I want Crystal to bring it. I'm always team Erika. I love Erika. Like the first season when Erika walked in and was patting that puss with these very hoity-toity Beverly Hills women, I was in love. I'm still in love with Erika. I do think that I get her position, which I get her position to an extent. I do think that Erika could just have more empathy for the victims, which she says, you know, she does, but that this is not her fault. And the fact that she's dealing with all these lawsuits and people have already made their judgments that she and Tom were in this together and stealing the money when she's never been arrested, she's never been charged. I mean, I love Erika. I do. I love Erika's kind of coldness. Because Erika is like unapologetically herself, which I think for women is so important, even though of course she gets shit all over. The first episode, I mean, Dorit and PK, that break-in, I actually had anxiety watching it. Like I was locking my door midway watching. I mean, and my husband says to me, why the fuck are you locking it? We don't live in a house that like PK and Dorit, no one's coming in here. I'm like, I don't care.
You're in LA, baby.
We're in LA. But to me, what is so, I almost am hesitant to put this out in the atmosphere, but because we do talk about all things Bravo, I mean, going on Twitter and seeing the response, like seeing people even question, you know, a lot of people do not think that robbery was real. You know,
I try to explain that to Kim. Again, every Saturday on my Patreon, Kim and I are bringing this down. She was like, and I'm like, listen, I'm not saying it. I'm just telling you what people are saying. Kim is like, but how could you watch last night's episode and not think this is real? I'm like, Kim, there are a lot of people that don't think it's real. David, what are people saying on Twitter per se?
Well, not only Twitter, TikTok. I mean, there are deep dives on TikTok now, trying to make a connection between Kyle Richards having her security system done by Teddy Mellencamp's husband, Dorit's. Now, Dorit